Defensor. Defensor. The most evil foe of G.I. Joe. That's not right. That did not make sense. Hey everybody, it's me, Aries. It's me, Tailgate. And it's I, Cyclonus. In an effort to try something different, we're gonna imitate a Felsbug. What's a Felsbug? Nothing. You have to check the internet and find out. We're here with our friend and medic first aid, but sadly he's afoot right now. Leave me alone. I'm doing the work here. I'm holding up this robot. Since it's just the one guy doing all these voices, yes, we need to use accents to make each character different. Otherwise, turn off your modulator. What? Good. Now we're all talking the same. Hey, Red Alert. What? What did you say, Cyclonus? I don't know. Who said that? It was me, Red Alert. You're not Red Alert. You're First Aid. I'm sorry. So there you go. Anyway, back to this horror show. So, modulators on? Modulators on. Modulators on. Alright, so we're gonna move out of the way. And we'll let Defensor walk around and do stuff. Okay? Do your thing, Defensor. Defend. I gotta get out of here. All I have to do is walk forward and I'm gone. What is this? I don't matter anymore. I'm gonna exit stage 1. Alright, with that comedy bit out of the way. If you're wondering why I'm reviewing Defensor, it's because a lot of people don't have him, and I'm sure they want to see what owning Defensor, complete in the flesh, in the plastic flesh, is like. So out of the 3 combiners that we have for this, I guess the first wave, we got Menasor, Superion, and Defensor. Defensor is by far the best. The only bad thing about him would be his chest accessory, but we'll get into that later. I'm gonna intro Defensor by saying I'm laughing because there's a clip from the episode of Transformers Season 2. It's called BOT, Bot, B.O.T. Bruticus decides to run around the town. Bruticus is like, la 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 la. And then Defensor shows up. He shoots him once, and Bruticus just crumbles. And Defensor says something like, and then he just leaves. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Bot, by the way, was the last episode of season 2 before the movie came out. So in the Combiner Wars comic, the story is different. First Aid is aboard the Lost Light, who's down here. So he takes a shuttle with Mirage and some other robots who are dubbed the Protectobots because they have to protect Mirage. I think Mirage is in a coma. So they get to Cybertron, and then Combiner Wars breaks out. And Starscream says, hey, you guys look like a team. You've been working together for long. And First Aid is like, not really. So Starscream shoots them with the Enigma combination, and they become Defensor. Although the artist Olivia Ramondelli did draw 2 guys that aren't here. One of them's Mainframe, another one's a guy I don't recognize. And they become Defensor, which sounds like Serpentor. If you want to complete Defensor, you're going to have to spend $24.99 on Hotspot. Right now at Target, thankfully, the deluxes are still $15.99. They're on a price cut. Walmart has them for $14.99, which is a little cheaper, $1 cheaper. But when Target gets the price back up, then, you could run to Walmart and say, give me my Protectobots. So $24.99 and $15.99 for each of these guys. That's a combined cost of math right here. I don't know how much it is. I'm not gonna calculate right now. When Mayhem came out, I was able to go and thanks to Facebook and the Transformers groups that I belong on, I was able to see that the protector bots were starting to show up at Target of all places. So when May Mayhem hit, I decided to visit some Targets, and I was glad I found the Stunticons. I was glad and happy to find the Stunticons after so much time running around looking for them. I only found the Protectobots in 2 Targets. I still want to buy doubles of these guys, but I still haven't found them yet again in the wild. They still are on Hasbro Toy Shop, so if you're really desperate, free shipping with an order of $50 or more. Just combine these guys that you need and voila, you'll be able to buy them. Accessories just include all the hand foot weapons that come with each guy. You got Hotspot's guns, which can combine like this. It's a little loose, so it's not that cool. I wish it was more sturdy, but it still sticks while it's on. And you can plug the handle into the hole that's on the hand-foot accessory. And I guess if you can call him an accessory, you got Groove. In the Combiner Wars comic, there's a cover with Windblade and Defensor, and he doesn't have Groove on his chest. So this is a good look. You don't really need Groove. The rumor on the internet is that Groove is going to be discontinued, but I think it's more like you're not going to see him anymore, but you will see Redgar and the Rustus. So let's take a look at the face scope. The face scope of Defensor is a little weird. I like it. I like Menosaur's head, except the rest of Menosaur makes that horrible. And I like Superion's head, but the antenna problem, that makes that horrible. Defensor is pretty cool. As part of a fire truck, his head opens, and there's a little seat in there for, I guess, a Micromaster or something. But he looks like a cop. He has those big Ultra Magnus eyes, and he looks like he has some damage on his cheeks, which is weird. I guess he got that from fighting Bruticus or something. Articulation for Defensor is as follows. Just want to point out here at the legs, when you bend the leg, the bottom wheels get in the way. He can't sit down like Superion. In his default stance, he's either leaning forward, or you could change it so that he's leaning back just by clicking, but it's way back. It's like he's looking up. Could bend his legs forward that much, his knees that much, which is great, and then he could bend his knees to the side, but as you can see, there's not a lot of room for that. The arms, on the other hand, with their connector, they could rotate up and down or go all around or stick in and out. Thanks to the articulation on the figures, he has double jointed elbows, but some stuff gets in the way. The problem I had earlier in the review with Hotspot's part moving, as you can see with blades, you have to peg this into this tab. And there you go. Still wants to move, but not as much. Of course, there's swivel wrist, and because of the foot fist accessory, there's no ankle articulation. So these figures, the combiners, they're made to look good on the display shelf and maybe have some play, but mostly if they're flying. You can pose them with some assistance, but don't expect for it to stay on the display shelf like that. Groove attaches to a Hotspot via these 2 pegs on his arms. Basically, you have to bring the crotch up and then put the legs back so that these pegs on his arms peg into the bottom of his legs. My friend Like It's 1985, he mentioned that there's a peg here that could plug into here, but I think the instructions want you to put it the other way, like this, which would only be by attaching the pegs on his arms into the holes. on his chest. Here's the size comparison of Defensor with Voyager Brainstorm, and there's Voyager Cyclonus. And you got some jets and vehicles down there, and there's a Leader Ultra Magnus. So Defensor combined is really tall. Taller than Leader Magnus, who's a little hunched, but even standing upright, Defensor still towers above the rest. Well, yeah, and there's G1 Ultra Magnus. My recommendation for this figure, he's one of the few combiners that are color coordinated. Every one of these guys has red, white, and blue, or red and blue, or white and blue. Some combination of the colors. All of them have that. As of right now, I still haven't been able to find any of the Protectobots in any of the targets that I visit, but I'm hoping later in the year I'll be able to get doubles of Rook and Streetwise and First Aid. Blades and Hotspot, not so much. Blades because I don't like him that much. I mean, out of all of them, if I had to buy him, I would buy Rook, then Streetwise, then First Aid, then Hotspot, and then Blades. Blades is the last. Hotspot, he's second to last because he's expensive, not because he's not a good figure. I believe these guys are still available on Hasbro Toy Shop. And Groove, he almost slips the mind. That's how unimportant he is. The little figure, he's gonna get repainted. So if you want to pass on Groove now, you could always pick up that mold later as Rust Dust because she's gonna be in a box set, so you're gonna have to get her. Or as Rekgar. Alright, that's it for this review. I hope you like it. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye. Said Transformers, what I mean to